It is not just a story but a philosophy of life that has been passed down for generations. The word Sankofa comes from the Akan language, and it translates to return and get it. This powerful phrase reminds us that it is never too late to go back and retrieve wisdom from the past. The Sankofa bird itself is often depicted in a striking and memorable way. It is shown as a bird flying forward, yet its head is turned backward. In its beak, the bird is sometimes carrying an egg. This egg represents knowledge, heritage, and lessons carried from the past into the future. The symbolism is rich and deeply meaningful. The forward flight of the bird represents progress and moving ahead in life. But the backward gaze shows the importance of remembering and respecting history. Together, they form a perfect balance between past, present, and future. The Akan people understood that a person, or even a community, cannot truly thrive without acknowledging where they come from. To forget history is to lose identity. To ignore the past is to walk blindly into the future. That is why the Sankofa bird became a timeless guide for life's journey. Many myths and stories surround the Sankofa bird in Akan tradition. Elders tell of how the bird first appeared to guide humanity during a time of confusion. People had begun to lose touch with their traditions and wisdom. They were eager to embrace change but neglected the lessons of their ancestors. The bird flew across the sky, carrying its message of balance. It showed that moving forward without looking back leads to disaster. But looking backward without moving forward leads to stagnation. The harmony of both is the secret of survival. In one version of the story, the bird visits a young Akan leader. The leader was ambitious and wanted his community to be the most advanced and prosperous. He ignored the advice of the elders and dismissed traditional practices as outdated. He wanted only new methods, new ideas, and quick progress. The Sankofa bird appeared to him in a dream. It told him, "Progress is good, but without roots, you will wither." The bird bent its head backward and pulled an egg from behind. It then said, "Your strength lies in what you carry from the past." The young leader awoke shaken by the vision. He realized that wisdom is not found in rejecting the old but in blending it with the new. From then on, he honored the traditions of his people while guiding them toward innovation. His community flourished, balanced by both memory and progress. This story is not limited to the Akan people. It has become a universal truth recognized by many across Africa and the world. The Sankofa bird has been embraced as a cultural symbol of reflection and wisdom. It speaks to all humanity about the importance of heritage. The myth also holds spiritual significance. The Akan believe that the ancestors remain connected to the living. The past is not dead but alive within us, guiding every step. To ignore the past is to turn away from the voices of the ancestors. The Sankofa bird teaches that mistakes made long ago are not useless. They are lessons waiting to be understood. Failures of the past become stepping stones for the future. Thus, the bird encourages learning and growth through remembrance. The symbol of Sankofa is often used in art and design. You can find it carved into stools, drums, and jewelry. It is painted on walls and woven into cloth. Each time, it serves as a reminder to value history. In modern Ghana, the Sankofa bird is often taught to children. They are told to respect their parents, grandparents, and elders. They are reminded that their culture is their strength. No matter where life takes them, their roots give them identity. The myth also resonates strongly with African descendants around the world. For those whose ancestors were taken away during slavery, Sankofa is especially powerful. It calls them to look back, reclaim heritage, and rebuild identity. The bird tells them that it is never too late to rediscover lost traditions. This universal message makes the Sankofa bird a symbol of healing. It encourages people to honor painful histories, not erase them. By acknowledging suffering and struggle, communities find resilience. The past becomes a source of strength, not shame. In education, the philosophy of Sankofa is widely applied. Teachers use it to inspire students to learn from historical figures and events. It shows that knowledge is cumulative and must be built upon. Each generation stands on the shoulders of the one before. The Sankofa bird also plays a role in leadership lessons. Leaders are taught to listen to history before making decisions. They must understand the patterns of the past to guide the future. The bird reminds them that wisdom is not born overnight. Even in everyday life, the myth of the Sankofa bird is meaningful. When someone makes a mistake, they are reminded to look back. They must analyze what went wrong before trying again. This process transforms failure into wisdom. The Sankofa bird teaches patience and humility. It reminds us that no one is above learning from history. Even the most advanced societies must pause and reflect. Without humility, progress becomes reckless. The Akan people often use the Sankofa philosophy in proverbs. One such proverb says, "It is not wrong to go back for that which you have forgotten." This perfectly reflects the bird's message. Wisdom is not about pride but about learning continuously. The bird's backward glance also holds symbolic depth. It tells us that looking back is not weakness. Instead, it is an act of strength and intelligence. Only the wise dare to revisit the past and carry its lessons. The egg the bird carries is also significant. It represents life, continuity, and hope. It is fragile, reminding us that the past must be handled with care. Yet it is also vital, containing the seeds of the future. The Sankofa bird remains one of the most enduring African myths. It is both a story and a philosophy. It is both spiritual and practical. And it continues to inspire generations across the world. As we reflect on its meaning, we are reminded of our own journeys. We, too, move forward each day, seeking progress. But we must pause to look back at the wisdom of those before us. Only then can we truly live with purpose and direction. The myth of the Sankofa bird tells us that memory and progress are not enemies. They are partners on the journey of life. The past is not a chain but a foundation. And the future is not blind if guided by history. So whenever you see the symbol of the Sankofa bird, remember its message. Do not run from your past. Do not despise tradition. Instead, carry it forward like an egg of wisdom into the future. This is the timeless truth of the Akan people of Ghana. Their bird of wisdom continues to fly across the world. It calls us to remember, to learn, and to grow. It reminds us that the path to the future begins by honoring the past. Thank you for listening to the story of the Sankofa bird. If you enjoyed this journey into African mythology, stay connected for more. Remember to like this video for support. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories and legends from around the world.